Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dhinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya cha Krupa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Welcome to the class, Jai Deepak. Hare Krishna. Bhaunava.
Fine Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Good
Krishna,
to see
sir.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Good to see you.
Now Jai Deepak could have become a big boy.
Yes. So, you can have the slide actually full screen. It's not showing full screen.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
So this 10th chapter is basically continuation of Bhakti Yoga. So this is like the cream. Like in Bhagavatam also, there is only Chatushloka of Bhagavatam. Only 4 slokas he explained to Narad Muni. And Narad Muni understood within the 4 slokas entire Bhagavatam and he told to his disciples. So like that, if you want to just understand Bhakti Yoga in a very short way, Krishna explains in this chapter. It's very interesting. So this is called Chatushloka. It starts from 8, 9, 10, 11. Only 4 slokas. If you learn, you get the cream of Bhakti Yoga. But then it is like downloading one file and then it has zip files. Inside that, there is so much more information. Like that, entire Bhakti Yoga, you can just understand from these just 4 slokas. So it starts with this 8th sloka, which says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. So Krishna is saying, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their heart. Actually, if you see consistently, Krishna is saying the same thing. 3rd chapter also Bhagavad Gita he said, go to the source, find out what is the source, who is the owner. In 3rd chapter he says. He says the same thing in the 5th chapter also. He says, I am actually the owner of everything. Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. I am only the Lord. I know everything and I am the owner of everything. In 7th chapter also he says the same thing. Matta paratara nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. There is nothing superior than me. Beyond me, there is nothing else. Krishna is saying. And same thing is saying in 8th chapter also. And in 9th chapter also, he's saying, repeating the same thing. So he's saying, I am the source of, there is a different nature. Parastasmatu bhavo anyat. There is a different type of a creation. That is my home. That is my creation. He talks about that. And here he's declaring, now everything, both material and spiritual, whatever you can think of, is actually coming from me. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. Actually, this Chatushloka Bhagavatam also begins with the same verse again. So exactly same way, Chatushloka Bhagavatam also, he repeats this. Aham evasham evagre. If you remember that sloka, it begins exactly like, in the beginning, only I am there. There is nobody. There is no devatas. There is nothing. There is no material world. There is nothing. But in the beginning, I am the only one who is there. From me, everything came. In Bhagavatam, Chatusloka also begins like this only. So this is the crux of the origin. Everybody, the scientists, everybody is trying to look for that only. They're trying to look for life. What is the origin of life? That's the basic question everybody has. So Krishna is directly giving the information. You don't have to search again. But we don't have faith, so we don't want to take Krishna's words. But those who are intelligent, just take the Krishna statement, direct statement. In this, there is no need of any interpretation. There are some people who think, from origin, everything is coming from Shiva. People say anything they can say. Shiva means nothing. So from nothing, everything is coming. After reading Bhagavad Gita, they come to this conclusion. Where did you get that conclusion? Krishna is directly telling this. You see, as it is, simply take the instruction as it is. And another symptom, Krishna is saying, if you really understand this knowledge, what they should do? Buddha Bhava, one intelligent person, what they will do? Bhajante mam, iti matva, bhajante mam. They will engage in worshipping me. Basically, you will fall in love with Krishna. So, bhajante mam means what? Simply, bhakti is nothing but love, pure love. So, when do you start loving a person? When you know so much about that person, you cannot stop talking about that person. You are so much in love. So, that person engages in bhakti. So, that's what Krishna wants us to learn about him. So, he's giving his information about himself. So, then he's saying the next one, Machchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Machchitta madgata prana. So what happens to these people who know about me? Their mind is completely filled with me. And how are they engaged? Katayantascha mam nityam. 24 hours nityam. They are talking about me and my glories to other devotees. That is how they are engaging themselves. That is what a devotee should be doing. And that's what we recently read about Prahlad Maharaj. That's what he's doing. He has actually not seen anybody like that. But because he's so much in love with Krishna, he's not seeing any separation from himself and Krishna. He's only talking about him continuously. And tushyanti cha ramanti cha. By doing this, they're deriving the highest level of pleasure. So our basic quality, our basic attempt of our life in this world is that somehow or other we want to get pleasure. Something, we don't know what will give pleasure. Sometimes you go to a mall, sometimes you go to a movie, sometimes you do this, sometimes you do that. Somehow or other you should get pleasure. That's all we know. We are not introduced to anything other than this type of pleasure. And all those attempts are so temporary. Moment you stop that, first of all, even though if you are doing that for a long time also, it will be boring. But moment you stop it, that pleasure is gone. Everything is fake. Just like you have to dress yourself, put a lot of makeup and all that and make yourself look good. Moment you remove the makeup, finished. Again, same thing. Like that, any party is there. They decorate the entire place. Oh, looks beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Moment the party is over, everything is removed and back again. It loses its glamour. So we are somehow trying to pump it up and try to make it look good and think it is happiness. Some happiness it will give us. So that Prahlad Maharaj is telling to his friends, you are thinking we are smart. Now we'll figure it out how to enjoy, because our ancestors, maybe they didn't know. Our fathers, our parents, other people, they didn't know how to be happy. But let's figure out, we will figure it out how to be happy. Prahlad is saying, before you, everybody has tried. Even you yourself have tried in all the lives also. Puna puna charvita charvananam. So he says, it's like chewing the chewed. Ganne ka juice hota hai na, after you remove, there is nothing left. But yet the people are thinking, if I still chew it, maybe there will be some juice in that. So like that, people are thinking, there is another way we can try to enjoy in this world. Maybe there is some other scheme we have to do. Maybe some other program. But the intelligent person knows, no matter what you do, you cannot squeeze out happiness from matter. So Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha. The intelligent person knows about this, and hence he is engaged in Katayantascha Mam Nityam, in glorification of Krishna, and he is deriving the pleasure from that. How is he getting his pleasure from? By talking about Krishna. That is how he is getting the pleasure. And that you can uninterruptedly, how much ever time you do, you can still be happy. You see, we read about Bhagavatam. The sages sat there in Badrika Ashram. For 1,000 years, they wanted to hear about Krishna. Think about it. Katayantascha mam nityam. That this is the activity which gives pleasure to the soul. Actually, this is Krishna consciousness. This self-realization, just like we have eyes, right? With our eyes, you can see. But can you see the eyes? You cannot see. So what you need for that? You need a mirror. If there is something which will reflect, then you can see the eyes through the mirror. Correct? The same way you can experience consciousness, and the soul is experience. The soul is consciousness, is chetana, is consciousness. But you cannot feel the soul or see the soul unless it has a reflection like Krishna. So you see through Krishna. When you see Krishna, then automatically you see yourself. So it's a quite deep philosophy. In fact, Krishna also explains that even though Krishna, everything is coming from Krishna, at the same time, he is not inside that. So this is again a different concept. Most people are confused. They think either Krishna is not having a form and Krishna is, because Krishna is explaining everything about his qualities. I am the sunlight, I am the moonlight, I am the taste of water, I am this, I am that, he's telling. So that means Krishna has no form. So that's one conclusion they come to. It is one type of understanding. But only the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas coming in this line, they have explained to the depth how every aspect of Krishna is achintya bheda bheda tattva. At the same time, Krishna is there, Krishna is not there. That is Krishna and that is not Krishna. At the same time, and it is achintya. You cannot conceive with his little brain. Just like sunlight is coming. You can say sun has come inside the room. It is correct statement. But it is also wrong statement at the same time. Sun comes here, everything will be burnt. But sun has come because sunlight has come, no? Sun has come. At the same time, everything is like that. Now, this shirt is there. This is made of cotton. You can say this is cotton. But at the same time, it is not. It's a shirt. So both concepts are within this and it is without that. It's quite So in science, they call it quantum reality. Of course, I am not expert in that subject, but there are some devotees like in Bhaktivedanta Institute and all, they try to explain this in scientific terms. But as far as devotees are concerned, as long as we understand we are connected to Krishna, then everything is perfect. But if you don't see that connection, then you cannot see anything else. Prabhupada gave a very nice example. Just like a lady marries a husband. As soon as she marries, he becomes a husband. Then all the relatives connected to the husband automatically becomes her relatives. Correct? Husband's father, mother becomes father-in-law, mother-in-law, brothers become brother-in-law. Correct? Now imagine she did not marry. She did not marry. Can she have a relation with all these people? Does it make sense? Doesn't make sense. Same way, unless you are connected to Krishna, all the other things which are connected to Krishna doesn't make sense. You get the point? So this is what Krishna is trying to say. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. First you get connected to Krishna. He is the source and you are the servant of Krishna. Through Krishna consciousness, through becoming a servant of Krishna, everything makes sense. But if you don't make this one single connection, you are not Krishna conscious, then nothing makes sense. That is why scientists are trying to go on, trying to give so many theories, but they cannot grasp what it is. They cannot pinpoint what it is. They cannot tell. But for a devotee, tasyaham sulabha partha, very easy for a devotee of Krishna. This easily they can understand. Then next, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. So what happens to these devotees? Satata yuktanam, Tesham satata yuktanam, 24 hours, they are constantly engaged in devotional service. How? Priti purvakam, with great love, with great affection. Then what does Krishna do? Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. I give the intelligence to that devotee, how he can come to me. Now this is very significant here. Now devotee from very starting, from very beginning onwards, everybody is guided in this world by Krishna's energies only. We were recently just seeing National Geography. We saw elephant is in the Africa desert, some 50,000 square miles in the desert. The elephant is walking. On an average, it is walking 50 to 60 miles a day. And in the desert, without a GPS, without anything, it will find its food exactly for every day. Who is guiding that elephant? And elephant needs a lot of food. And it is getting. Even in today's time, where after all the forests are cut down, still it knows where to go, how to go, and it is guided completely. Just for food. Ordinary requirements only. Even animal like a tiger, elephant, everybody is guided. So here Krishna is telling not about that guidance. That guidance, anyway, it is available. He's talking about going back to Krishna. If you are engaged in serving Krishna, he is going to guide you specifically how to come to him. Dadhami buddhi yogam tam. But you have to be satatam. 24 hours, you have to, without your break, you have to completely focus yourself to do this activity. Just like, see, somebody, they are sending payloads to Mars and all that. How that signal is coming and we are able to catch it. Because there are certain frequencies, some radar system, everything is there and you can actually catch that signal. Like that, the sound vibration, with the sound vibration, if you know how to vibrate that sound, Welcome. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So if we know how to vibrate this sound properly, just by catching hold of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can actually go back to Krishna. That is the power of this chanting. And that is what Krishna is actually going to, is promising here. Dadhami buddhi yogam tam ye namam upayantite. I give you the intelligence, how you can reach me. So we are just, you missed. So we're talking about 10th chapter. In this, there are 4 slokas, which is like the cream of entire bhakti. So it starts with 8th sloka, and then we are finished that. Basically, what Krishna is saying is a small recap. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. I am the source of everything. Those who know this, iti matva bhajante mam. Those who know this, buddha bhava samanvitaha. The intelligent person automatically becomes engaged in my devotional service. So that is the starting, and then he talks about machitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So those who know this, that Krishna is the origin of everything, their mind and intelligence is fixed on Krishna, and 24 hours they are engaged in discussing about Krishna, because they are in so much love with Krishna, and that's how they are deriving their pleasure. So in Bhagavatam, you'll see the starting of Bhagavatam, there are the sages of Naimisaranya. They are sitting together, and they made a pledge for next 1000 years they want to hear about Krishna. 1000 years. So that's how they are deriving pleasure. So here Krishna is talking about Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. So those who are engaged like this constantly, satatam. So what Krishna is promising is from inside the heart, dadami means I'll give you buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. Actually, if you remember, recollect, in 2nd chapter we read, Krishna talks about buddhi yoga. So that buddhi yoga is referring to here as actual bhakti, and actual transmission of the Lord's intelligence through our heart. So this buddhi is separate from material intelligence that we get from academic knowledge. So this buddhi yoga is considered the highest of all. Teshamevānukam pārtam aham agnānajam tamaha nasyami atma bhavasto gnānadīpena bhāshvataha. So to them, to show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So just like in a dark place, what you need? Light. So with the light, unless you have big headlight, which is really long focus, then you cannot drive for a long distance. So the same way, Krishna is going to guide the devotee sitting in the heart how to actually go back to Krishna. Until you go back to Krishna, he is continuously going to guide you. But for that, you have to do ananya bhakti. Means your bhakti should be unadulterated. It should not be mixed with anything else. So, and generally the mixture means contamination. What is a contamination? Anybody can tell? Bhakti, what is? Huh?
It is not original.
No, bhakti, contamination of bhakti, what is that?
Diversion.
What is contamination actually? It's not dirt, matti kadu. What is contamination?
Not focus.
Deviation of bhakti partially.
Somebody told the answer.
Yeah, deviation of bhakti partially.
Deviation is a result of contamination. What is contamination?
I am doing bhakti, you're giving something like it's not.
For material enjoyment.
Yeah, something like that.
Asking something for material enjoyment. Yes, that is definitely one thing. But contamination really means anything which makes you forget your identity. That is designation, material designation. Just like first designation is, you think I am this body. That's a contamination. That's the material. As soon as you come into this world, immediately you think you are something which you are not. Just like I gave the example, you see your face in the mirror. What is the first thing you remember? What are you seeing in the mirror? Your face. But what you stopped seeing, it's a mirror. It's made of silica and sand and all that. That you stopped seeing. What you started seeing? Yourself. Like that, we, Atma, came into this matter. But we stopped seeing matter. We seeing this body and we thinking this is us. This is the first contamination. And then on top of it, we have more contamination. Then we think I went to school. Then I'm thinking I'm a schoolboy. I got a degree. Then I'm thinking I'm a intelligent person. Now I got a degree. I got an engineer. I'm a doctor. So those are all upadhi. More contaminations are there. Now you get married. So you're thinking, I'm a married man. I'm a family man. Now I have a different duty. Right? So contamination, material contamination is continuously making us think we are somebody else. So this contamination has to be cleared. So Bhakti Yoga means it begins when there is no contamination, actually speaking. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. All these contaminations are called upadi. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. When you are free from all upadi, I am not this body, I am not husband, I am not wife, I am not a boy, I am not a girl. All upadis are cleared. Tatparatvena nirmalam. Then you are nirmalam. You are in your actual state of mind. Then what you do at that point of time, then Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam. Rishikena means with our senses. Rishikesha means the master of the senses. You serve. That is Bhakti Utpati. Then Bhakti will blossom. That is how Bhakti begins. That Bhakti, Krishna, when you are engaged in that type of Bhakti, without any break, 24 hours, just like how iron rod is there. It's just a silly iron rod, but you keep it in the fire. How long? Don't remove it. Just keep it in the fire continuously. Then eventually the fire and the iron rod, there will be no difference. The iron rod will become so red hot, you cannot tell whether it is iron rod or fire. Like that, we have to be engaged in Krishna's service. So then there will be no difference between your quality, Atma, and Paramatma. Both will be of same quality. This is Krishna consciousness. So when Prabhupada is talking about we all have to become Krishna conscious, this is what we have to. Right now we are body conscious, our job conscious, our money conscious, different consciousness. We are not Krishna conscious. So this is what Krishna is directing us. So this Chatushloka, just by understanding these 4 slokas of Bhagavad Gita, it's like downloading the entire Bhakti Yoga file. So once you download, it's completely compressed with all the bhakti elements. Everything will unfold. And then, of course, Arjuna asks a very beautiful question. Now we are living in this world. Externally, how do we see and engage 24 hours in your service? Because that's what you're asking. Then elaborate description Krishna gives. And of course, after hearing all that, then Arjuna is talking about a mindset. Okay, I heard about everything. Now how do I accept Krishna? So Arjuna is saying, Arjuna uvacha param brahma param dhama pavitram paramam bhavan purusham saswatam divyam adi devam ajam vibhum ahustvam rishaya sarve devarishis naradastata asito devalo vyasa swayam chaiva bravishime. So first he's saying, okay, Krishna, you explained about yourself. You are the supreme origin. You are the origin of everything. Now, I accept whatever you said, I accept. So, I understand you are the Param Brahman. We are Brahman, but you are Parabrahman. Jiva is Brahman, spiritual, but you are Parabrahman. And your Paramdhama, your abode is Paramdhama, is not material. That also I understood. Pavitram, it cannot be become materially contaminated. Pavitram paramam bhavan means even though we are also pure, Atma is pure, but what happens? Immediately it can get covered by three modes of material nature. Prabhupada gives a very nice example. Just like sun is there. Now sun creates the cloud. Sun creates the cloud. But as soon as cloud is made, the cloud can cover the sun. Correct? So we are like that. So even though, but because we are very small, we are feeling like we are covered under. But Krishna, but the sun itself, nobody can cover. The cloud can cover a little portion, but entire portion cloud cannot cover. So the sun, you are like that. Paramam Bhavan, because you are beyond material nature. Purusham, you are who? You are not a impersonal. You are a person. Purusham, Saswatam Divyam. What type of Purusha? Eternal. Saswatam means no birth, no death. Divyam means transcendental. Adi Devam, you are the original person. Ajam, who's never taken birth. Vibhum, you are the greatest. So all this, each word is one qualification, glorification of Krishna. So I accept you like this. Now he's clarifying. Why is he accepting like this? Because we are friends? No, not because we are friends. Because 3 points he's telling. Ahustvam Rishaya Sarve. All the great sages have accepted the same way. Deva Rishi Naradas Tata is giving the example. Asito Devalo Vyasa. All these great sages have accepted you like that. Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. And you yourself are talking about yourself and declared about yourself like this. So, this is just like on the side I drew a line, one straight line. Now, if you draw a straight line, you need a minimum 2 points. But there are 3 points. Suppose there is a third point in the middle also. 3 points are there. Now, 100% the straight line has to go through that. Even if a point, I cannot put a third point somewhere outside the straight line. Correct? So, like that, there are 3 verifications. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So Guru means one, in this case, Krishna only is a Guru. He's talking, he accepted the role of Guru. So Guru, Sadhu means previous Acharyas, Shastra means all the Vedas. All 3 have to declare exactly the same conclusion. Only then you should also accept. It's not that because we like Krishna, we are all, some people say, oh, you people are in ISKCON, that's why you're saying Krishna, Krishna. But you go to some other place, they will say Shiva is the original. You go to some other place, they'll say Durga is the origin. No, we are not whimsically saying. In fact, you go back to Shiva only. Shiva himself agrees with this sentence. Shiva also is not saying I am the origin of everything. It's not there. You can read Bhagavatam, you can read other Puranas also. Nowhere, even you go to Devi, Devi, she's described herself as Narayani, Bhagavati, Vasudev. Everything is servant of Krishna. Even if you go to her description itself is like that. So nobody is disputing with these facts. So Krishna is the origin, and this is how Arjuna accepted. And the same way we should also accept, because he's setting a standard. And then the third verse is saying, Sarvam etad rutam manye. Whatever you told, I take it 100% without any chopping. Only this cherry picking, no cherry picking. Whatever, sarvam etad rutam manye. Whatever you told completely in total, I accept it. So this is the kind of mindset we also have to accept Krishna's statements. So now I just made a summary because there are so many verses. From verse number 20 or 18 to 42, Krishna is explaining about himself, how he is seated. So I just made some category. It's not a perfect category, but then I thought it will make some little sense if you really go to see. So Krishna is saying, I'm seated in everybody's heart. I'm the beginning, I'm the middle, I'm the end. That's one, like a super soul. And divine beings means he is of Adityas. Aditya means sun. He is the son of the Maruts, of the Marichi. Of the demigods, he is Indra. Of the Rudras, there are all the Rudras also coming from him. He is Lord Shiva. Of all the Rakshasas and Yakshas, he is Kuvera. Of the Vasus, he is Agni. So whatever best you can see around you, you understand that is Krishna. A spark of Krishna is there in that. That is how he is trying to explain, because Arjuna asked that question, around me, what I see around me, how can I identify you? So he's telling, whatever you see best in this world outside, that's me. A spark of me is there. So the list goes on and on. It will be very interesting. He goes on like this, and then finally he says, because in this world, everything also decays, right? Everything, you start something, after some time it will decay and it will die. So Krishna says, I am that also. I am that person who is actually taking away everything. Mrityu aham sarva haraschaham. I come as mrityu, death, and take away everything. In physics, we call that as entropy. Entropy means everything will decay. So that's a quality. That quality, Krishna says, me only, that's me. And somebody might think people are cheaters. So Krishna says, of the cheaters, that cheating quality also is me. The best cheater is me. So that's why you see so many movies are there, how they try to go and cheat and steal diamonds and all that, whatever, very cleverly. Those movies become very famous. Why? Because there is some intelligence, how to cheat also. You have to apply a lot of intelligence. Krishna says, if you see that very expert cheating, that's me. So that's, of course, when we're talking about the quantum reality, even though it's me, it's not him. At the same time, it's not him. So just like we were talking about, a car is there. All the parts of the car makes the car. But the part itself is not a car. Right? It's a little complicated, but yeah, if you get it, yes. So like that, even though all these qualities are there, so we cannot literally understand that it is Krishna or it is Krishna's energy. It's a separated energy of Krishna. Just like I'm talking, this voice is there. This voice is coming out of me. That voice, you can, the moment you hear that voice, you can understand or identify it's me. But I am not that voice. I'm separate from the voice. So voice is separated energy of me. Like that, this is all these qualities that he's talking about is separated energy of Krishna. Yes, it is little deep. Then again, Krishna is again concluding with 42nd sloka. He's saying, okay, how much I can explain to you about all my qualities. Look at the last line. Eka amsena stito jagat. Eka amsa means one. It's just 1% also, it's not. Whatever I'm telling you, all these qualities. So this is, with one single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. You can imagine how great is Krishna. whatever we are able to see and think, and so much you are trying to understand, you still can't understand what is this creation. And that is 1% of Krishna's energies. So this is a very brief summary, but I can stop here. I hope you have any questions, I can try to take it. I tried to make all the notes here from which sloka it is. It was a little complicated, so I made another table there.
I think you can share this with the group. It'll be nice.
I can share it, yeah.
Yeah, everybody can go through it, in their free time.
Any
Hare
questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
I would request that these clippings ma'am may post on the group.
Oh, yeah,
because
sure.
it will vanish very soon. So if it is sent in the form of, like she sends videos, in the same way this should also be posted. I'll be thankful then.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
read.
sure. I'll share it.
Yes, yes. This PPT is there. You can just open it and you can view it actually. It will be very easy.
Okay, Mataji.
Well,
I'll do
thank
that, yeah.
you. Any questions anybody has? I personally like the
Okay,
class.
Shrirani
because
has a
it's,
question.
yeah, very nice.
Was like is not telling it's me, it's my spark, and
Mhm.
same time you're telling like best cheater is also me.
Yeah.
So how is this not I'm getting?
So whatever,
People think like
yeah,
if cheating is Krishna doing, I'm not doing. Then
bad, anything bad. No. So what happens, whatever you see in this material world, it's not about good or bad. See, there is also, she's asking, oh, so if cheating also is one quality separated from Krishna, so cheating should be good. That's her question. No, but everything here that you see is only a reflection from the spiritual world. Just like all the forms, everything, whatever the relationships, everything that you are thinking is real, it is not real. It is like a collection of, just like in this Zoom, there is a collection of all the dots appearing like my face, but it is light, right? But if you analyze a little deeply, you understand that image is not me. It is, see, that image is there. You can see that this is just pixel. Some pixel is coming on the screen and you are interpreting it as, you're projecting it as me. Correct? Like that, we are all the relationships, everything that we are projecting onto matter as my wife, my children, my house. These are all pixels of matter. Panchabhuta only, they came together, but it makes sense to us and we are thinking, oh, now this is mine. Am I making sense? Now what happens, I'll tell you in another way maybe. Suppose you're in a dream, you're sleeping and you're in a long dream, very long dream. So in actually 8 hours only you're sleeping, but inside your dream you can dream 100 years also, right? You born, you became big, everything you can do. And suddenly say you lost in a forest inside your dream. Then you ask somebody came, you ask, where am I? I'm lost in the forest. Where am I? So that person inside the dream will say, let's say, inside the dream, he'll say, actually, you're in the bed. Then you can ask how far I should travel. How far I should travel to go to the bedroom? You tell. Do you have an answer? Anybody has an answer?
already on the bed.
You're already on the bed. All you have to do is wake up. You have to wake up. Then there is no time. There is no time for travel. You get the point? So right now we are sleeping and dreaming. Because in our dream, we are thinking so many things, but Krishna is saying, wake up. Moment you wake up, there is no matter. You are already spirit. You are already in the spiritual world. So there is no time, there is no space. These are elements inside the illusion, inside the dream it is. The same way all the qualities of love, all the feelings, everything, it seems so real here. But moment you wake up, nothing, all the cheating, everything also, these are just another quality. Sometimes you might think my act of helping others is good, or if I'm hurting somebody, it is bad. All that is part of this material world only. They don't have absolute significance. Moment you wake up, you become awakened, they become no value. So, but originally in the spiritual world, everything is there. Even in the spiritual world, Krishna is there. He's cheating, he's stealing butter, all that. All that is used for what? For having pleasure with Krishna. Even cheating is there in the spiritual world, but for the pleasure of Krishna. They make fun. They make so many pranks. Krishna with all the cowherd boys, all the day, whole day they are playing pranks only. They're cheating. But it is meant to increase Krishna's pleasure. Here we are cheating for our own benefit, which is not, there's, in a material sense, it's not the best. Like that. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Any other question?
I think what Krishna wants to say is that everything, whatever you see, that is great. That's the point he's trying to make. That is me. We have to understand. So we should not think that this person is like somebody is Bill Gates or something. Point is that he, in that intelligence that he got to make that is Krishna.
Yes.
Is that correct way to understand?
Yes, yes.
So that is
quality.
the point.
Yeah,
That
Bill Gates is
quality.
not Krishna.
Bill Gates is not Krishna. The
Not
quality
Krishna, yes.
with which he
The
got
intelligence.
the
intelligence.
is
Buddhir
him.
buddhimatam asmi. He says, I am of intelligent people, I am the intelligence. Buddhir buddhimatam asmi. I am that intelligence. Like that.
Hmm. Even in being a cheater also, like, doing, so that guy, what intelligence he requires, that buddhi again is
Yeah,
Krishna
it's
is trying to
perverted.
say.
It's perverted
Ah,
to cheat.
yeah, but because anything which is great, whatever you see, we should not see that person or that thing is great. That's the point actually. According to me, I understand.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's the point. But it's a beautiful way, because we don't know, as we don't remember. We know all of these things, whatever Krishna is talking, as soul we know all this, but we don't remember. So all these things we are actually learning again, just like a small child doesn't know how to walk in the beginning when he is born, but actually it is there in him to how to walk. But it's just that his parents are, it looks as though his parents are teaching him, but the child already knows. Like that, all these things we already know about Krishna, but when we again learn about him, we understand how great Krishna is, and how much reverence, how much we can pray, oh wow, what Krishna is. So we feel that connect with him, why we should surrender to Krishna. He is such a great person. So isn't that correct way to,
Yes,
because
yes.
we don't know what is all his potencies, we don't know in this at this time, but he is reviving all of that by telling all this. And another point is, nobody, okay, Shiva or anybody has not given this information that I am that. Where anybody has told, he is only claiming. Nobody else has claimed also this position. So anybody can say, no, this person is greater than Krishna, or he is Parameshwara, or he is God, or whatever. But where did they claim? There is no claim. Or even if some claim is there, it's from cheaters who cannot, cannot show only by okay, if there's some cheater will come, I am God. So first thing Krishna will, Arjuna is asking, can you show me Virat Roop? We should also ask that person, can you show your Virat Roop? Then we will believe you. So these cheaters will be coming. They'll come and go, but we have to be very adamant that we should ask the right questions.
Understand through scripture.
Scripture and,
Three
whatever
things.
Krishna is giving.
Guru, Sadhu, Shastra.
Three levels. You cannot just somebody told, we'll blindly follow that person. You cannot blindly follow. Blind means you will be cheated. The moment you show you have ignorance, people will want to cheat. The moment you have some knowledge, then on this basis you talk. How can you claim this? So like that actually.
See,
So
Upanishads are talking about Narayana Upanishad.
Can you close this screen share actually? I think there is...
No, I'm sharing this.
Oh, it's not coming over here.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what happened that day also. Yeah. सबको समझ में आया प्रभु क्या बता रहे हैं आज के क्लास में? I hope सबको समझ में आ रहा है. Hema Didi, you want to ask anything? Generally, you have questions.
I was just quoting here from Prabhupada's purport. Prabhupada says in the Upanishads how everything is coming from Narayana. Narayana Brahma Jayate, Narayana Prajapati Prajayante, Narayana Indro Jayate, Narayana Astau Vasavau Jayate, Narayana Ekadasha Rudra Jayate, Narayana Dvadashaditya. Like that it goes on. Everything is coming from Narayana. Narayana Upanishad. It's beautiful chant. So everybody is coming from Narayana, and that's confirmed in all the scriptures. And some other time I can also share a beautiful chart I got finally. Last time I could not share this. You can see this?
No.
No?
No, it's not coming. Chart is not coming.
Now? See, overall, on the top is the spiritual sky, bottom is the material sky.
Yeah, we can see this.
Now, here is the Viraja river. It's a boundary of both material and spiritual. It's called Viraja river. Now, this is the place where Mahesh Dham. This is called, see, Mahesh Dham. This place is called Mahesh, where Lord Shiva and Parvati, they are in charge of this material world here. But the creation itself is made from Mahavishnu. He's sleeping in the ocean. And through his breathing, bubbles are coming. So all the bubbles are like this. So each bubble is like an egg. You can see the golden egg like that. And this egg has layers. All the layers, what are the layers you can see here? Earth, water, fire, air, ether, false ego, and Mahat Tattva. So these are the layers. Each layer is 10 times thicker than the other one. This is the like mine. From this mine, Parvati, like the mother, she takes and creates all the ingredients. These are the ingredients. From these ingredients, everything else is created. And again, she can't do alone everything anyway. She needs the help of Brahma. And again, Krishna again enters into each bubble. You can see the image here. You can see that bubble. Inside each bubble, again Vishnu is sitting inside. He is called the second Vishnu. He is Garbhodasakaya Vishnu. So the first Vishnu is called Karanodasakaya Vishnu, Karana Samudra. Everything is cause and ocean. This is Garbha. From here, everything is coming from his navel. You see? See, the navel is so long, the stem is so long. This is the 14 lokas. We are in this middle, 7th loka, Bhuloka. And there is another view here. This is the top view, aerial view of this Bhuloka. Only one disc. If you take like 14 discs are there, like a cake is cut into 14 layers. This is the 7th layer we are talking about. You see in the middle is Meru Parvata. Now this is a side view. This is a side view. Side view and cut like this. You still see the layers. And then at the bottom of this is Kurma is supporting Meru Parvata. And
So-
you see Anantadev with the snake. He is there. And then there are the elephants, which are also balancing the entire Bhumandala, which is very difficult. There are multi-layer, we cannot understand multi-layer, multi-dimensional, it is supposed to be, but the image itself is like this. And this is Dhruvaloka, and you can see the top is Brahmaloka, Satyaloka. Yeah, what's the question?
My question is, so even now Kurma is still residing there, or at that time he did the pastime and he's not there anymore? I cannot understand.
Like I said, it's time, we don't know the time part. Like in the dream, it doesn't make any sense about the time. So
Mm-hmm. Okay.
this is
Yeah.
Mahavishnu's dream. Anyway, Mahavishnu is sleeping. He's called Yoga Nidra. That is, in his Yoga Nidra, all this is happening. So,
But it looks real. And also
it looks
these
real.
circles, the outer layer, the diagram is not drawn perfectly to show that, 10 times it increases, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, each layer is 10
It's-
times. Also, the lokas also are 10 times bigger.
Yeah.
Like from Earth, if you go from Earth, Bhuvarloka is 10 times bigger. Swargaloka is 10 times bigger. Maharloka is 10 times bigger. Like that, it keeps increasing. And as you keep going down, it's 10 times smaller, like that. So,
Okay.
all that is there. And then finally, you go into the spiritual sky. So, the first spiritual sky is only the light. It's not by sun or moon. It's not lit by sun or moon. It is lit by the bodily effulgence of Vishnu. And how he is expanding. See, Krishna expands originally. This is Goloka Vrindavan, the center part. And he expands with the 4 Chatur, the first quadruple expansion it's called. It's called first Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva. And again they will expand as again one more Sankarshana, second layer you see again. You're able to see?
Yeah.
See again second Sankarshana, again Pradyumna, again Aniruddha, and again Vasudeva. Now in this circle, there are 24 Vishnus. Now you can see how they are holding the Chakra, Gada, Padma, all a different way they are holding. It keeps changing. You see, the Gada is here, and for him, the Gada is here. So, all permutation combination, if you do 24 combinations, you'll get all the 24 Vishnus you'll get. They're all 24 Vaikuntha Lokas. So, beyond this Vaikuntha Loka, then there is, you see, beyond these Vaikuntha Lokas, there is Ayodhya Dham. He's beyond all these Vishnus is Ramachandra. And beyond this, now you see there are three colors here: purple, blue, and orange. They are also in quadrangles. They are all quadrangles, but these quadrangles are mystical. So all across you see that shape, that is Dwarka Dham. Beyond Ayodhya is Dwarka Dham. And then there is Jagannath Puri, Purushottama Kshetra, it's called Jagannath Puri Dham. And then there is Mathura Dham. And beyond that is Goloka Dham. And it's always surrounded again by four Vishnus on four sides. And there are Dikpalakas. There are 10 Dikpalakas who are, guarding all the directions. There are Vedas. Vedas are personified Vedas. They're actually personalities. They're not book Veda. Yajurveda, Samaveda, all these are four directions. In great detail, all this is given in the Brahma Samhita. We were actually going to study Brahma Samhita. Here you can see all the slokas from where this drawing is made, from all that. So it's very nice. And you see the white color, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, how, like I was talking, the signal can take you very far. See, from here, Bhuloka, we got this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Can you see this?
Yes.
This Hare
Visible.
Krishna, you keep chanting, it can take you above the material world. Out of this material world, you enter into the spiritual sky. Not only that, you can enter into any Vaikuntha Loka. Not only that, it can take you beyond the Vaikuntha Lokas. It can take you beyond Ayodhya Dham. It can take you again and beyond Mathura Dwarka and enter into straight into Goloka Dham, which is where Krishna is talking about Aham Sarvasya Prabhaha. From me, everything is coming. So, like that.
But some people might think that, oh, Ayodhya is lower, Golok Dham
No,
is
this is not called
higher.
lower or higher.
That you clarify.
In material world, when we say anything lower or higher, when you say it's very high, that means something should be low. In spiritual world, there is nothing called as high and low. They are all spiritual. In the spirit, there is a variety. It's a variety of flavor, that's all. So Vishnu is doing certain lila. Ramachandra is doing certain lila. So it is when Hanuman is serving Ramachandra, it is not that he is lower than Arjuna serving Krishna. It's nothing like lower or higher. It's a different flavor.
Just
So
like you like
these
gulab
flavors
jamun.
also are represented by different petals, colors. See these colors?
Hmm. The blue
Here.
color.
See these colors?
Yes.
Madhurya Rasa, this color. Vatsalya Rasa, the next color. Sakhya Rasa, Dhasya Rasa, Shanta Rasa. These are 5 rasas. So you can enjoy all these rasas with Krishna originally there. So like I said, reflection, right? Here also we have all these 5 rasas. You have Vatsalya, friendship is there, Sakhya, everything is there, all 5 rasas. But this is artificial. This is not real. It's coming. Originally, it is there. Like that.
It's just like somebody likes sweets. I like gulab jamun, you like some other barfi. So it's like that. All are, both are equally tasty.
Yes.
Very nice. So it's not that gulab jamun is only tasty or nice and barfi is not nice. Like that, all of these 5, all of them are nice. Equal basically.
So this only Krishna is talking about parastasmatu bhavo anyat. This bhava, this nature is different from this nature. You come there. This is my home. You come there. This thing is always going to be created, annihilation, bhutva praliyate. Every time there is pralaya, it will finish. Again, it will be created. But my world is not like that. It's never going to be annihilated. Let's come back there. So this is the invitation. Bhagavad Gita is a love letter and an invitation to all the jivas. So Krishna is telling, now you spread this invitation to everybody. You bring
No.
along, don't come alone. Bring more people with you. Like that.
So another thing I want to add is that just like somebody, it's not that, if you are chanting Hare Krishna, you cannot be a Ram Bhakta, or you cannot be, Vishnu Bhakta. All are equal. Your flavor, you feel like serving, you connect with that personality, same Lord, but in another form, another pastime he is doing. So you
Yes.
can go with this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, can take you anywhere in the spiritual sky. The least is you will get Brahma Jyoti.
You have a lot of choice, multiple choice. You
No,
can be
least
wherever you want. You can go to any Vaikuntha Loka. You like Aniruddha, you can go to Aniruddha Vaikuntha. You like
Another thing
Pradyumna, you
is-
go to Pradyumna Loka.
Another thing is somebody wants to merge into Brahma Jyoti also. Even that is available. But devotee will not want that. That is the last thing. Huh? We cannot hear you. Haribol? Haribol, you got dropped off. Okay. Okay, sorry, Prabhu's laptop power is off. So we'll have to stop the class here. Hema Didi, you have a question actually. Sorry, I had to mute you.
No. Hare Krishna. I wanted
Hare.
regarding the Chatur Shloka. Last time, in that there was another set of Chatur Shloki, right? Where
That is Bhagavatam.
oh, that's Bhagavatam, correct? Yeah.
That is Bhagavatam.
This Bhagavad Gita. This is a trust of the whole Bhagavad Gita, right?
Bhagavad Gita, yeah, the full main उसका जो मसाला है या जो भी उसका जो सार है ना, that is inside this. What
so
Krishna wants to say, if you don't want to remember the entire 701 shlokas, at least these 4 shlokas you try to memorize and try to follow what is written in this. This is what we need to do.
So we need to chant these Chatushlokis, that Chatusloki, and whatever shloks like are important that we have to chant. Just to sorry?
Yeah. Yeah, to get basically right now to get bhakti, how will we get bhakti? By taking this knowledge, because we don't want dry, speculation or dry sentimental. We want to understand Krishna with knowledge. Bhakti, when you practice, you want to do with knowledge. So these slokas will help us, understand what Krishna is and how to do devotional service. That's all.
Okay. And one Shishtastakam, if you could share like how you had previously shared the where both of you are chanting, na? Because the previous what you had sent, that is a very long one for me to follow, like the whole 1 hour.
Okay. Shikshashtakam, you want us to chant. One time I can chant, one time Prabhu can chant. Like that we will do.
Because that will make sense for me to chant, because this is a very lengthy one, and the one online, that is a fast one. So to learn from that is a little
difficult. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We will record it. I'll record it. Maybe give me time. Tomorrow, today is busy. Tomorrow is next week. We will do it. I will record and I will send. Even this Chatur Shloka, actually, I will tell Prabhu to do the chanting. Both Bhagavatam also I can ask Prabhu to chant once, and Bhagavad Gita also. And one time he can chant, one time I can chant. So you can all, when I'm chanting, you all can repeat along with me. That way we can do. Okay? And I will try to make small clips also from this video, like how I made before also. So let us see how it goes. We are trying to do in a better way, but let's see how it goes.
I know it's not easy because
and we are not savvy, actually. That is the problem. We are not in to make all these videos and all. Somebody should have that quality. that we are just trying to learn little. So now I started to make small clips, that reels and all, which makes it very easy because everybody's, attention span is only 1 minute. So try to make those small videos and, share in Facebook and in YouTube. So everybody can get the benefit of it. That is the,
Shastakam to learn. There are certain shlokas and certain verses which I'm unable to
recite. You can't recite. Yes, we will do that. We will do that, and we'll help you also. Let us become little bit free next week, and then we will do that.
Like this, the Maleto Gado, ma Sikhanti, for ask you go Sikhana Jalana, I wanted a little help for that.
Yes, sure. We can have, actually, I'll try to have special class also. I want to do like how we used to do Wednesday class, right? I want to start. So hopefully, I'll get a little bit free and then we'll start again. That will be really nice.
Maybe
so
by
we
then,
can have, like, few devotees are there. We can actually, learn to chant the slokas in the before how I used to do, no?
Yeah.
Lot of devotees used to be there and we learned lot of bhajans and everything like that. So we can do that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. And we will meet again next week on Saturday. We'll have the class. I will share we are going today, tomorrow we are going actually to the temple. So we will share with all of you the videos from there. Okay? I cannot hear you, Mataji.